We got spilling hot tea to talk about today, okay? And we getting in here. This is a channel that celebrates all about the woman behind the mom, because there's a woman behind the mom while you're doing all that mommying, okay? Reminder, your weekly reminder. Let's get right to the tea because it's piping hot. I have things to say. I have thoughts. I have questions and I have ideas, okay? So, girl, Target filed for bankruptcy this week, and I can't say that I'm surprised. I cannot say that I'm surprised because I heard back in March, I believe. Yes, when Lent started, Jamal Bryant, if you don't know who he is, look him up real quick, officially started a black boycott on Target. Now, I had already stopped with Target as soon as they mentioned the DEI rollout, okay? Roll back. You roll back on the DEI and I roll back up out of there, okay? Who's with me? Mm-hmm. We're going to get back into that in a second, but Jamal Bryant had launched an official boycott from the black church, okay, of Target. And it was like around surrounding Lent. So for Lent, we were giving up, and I say we because we black, right? I'm just coupling on this situation, on this scenario, I'm coupling this all together. So we as a people were to boycott Target for the 40 days of Lent, okay? And what this was, the reasons why was because they had the rollback of the DEI, right? And Jamal Bryant's reasons were really good. So he talked about us spending so much. I'm going to give you the facts later, but I'm just going to give you a little recap first. He talks about the egregious amount of money that Black people spend in Target daily. The fact that Target had committed to DEI efforts. And the pandemic started like just a little bit after the George Floyd situation, and it was to begin at the end of this year. Fine time to roll it back, huh? Fine time to roll back. And it was like a 2 billion amount. That number might be wrong, but it was in the billions of the amount that they were going to support. So basically, Pastor Bryant was like, you know what? We are boycotting you, and we're not going to come back to your stores until you agree to support X amount of Black businesses with X amount of dollars, support HBCUs with X amount of dollars, support the community, support the community, support the community, support. That's what the agreement was. And those were our terms, okay? And I'm not really coupling myself within that boycott because, again, I had already boycotted and decided that I was never returning back to Target, actually. So let me just give you a little history on me, okay? My daddy, okay, it was the year 1990 whatever, okay? And whatever comments were made by Tommy Hilfiger, there were some comments that he made about Black people when I was a child. So I don't really know what exactly was said, and I never went back and researched it. But at the time, in the late 90s, all the hip hop heads was wearing Tommy Hilfiger. Aaliyah was doing the bandeau bra with the boxers coming out. All the hip hop heads, R&B girls were wearing Tommy Hilfiger. He said what he had to say, and the Black people were in an uproar. You said what? Tommy, you got, it was like before FUBU was FUBU, Tommy Hilfiger was that for all the hip hop heads and R&B girls. Like, how could you say what you have to say and you have Black people wearing your stuff everywhere? And my dad was like, as for me in this household, because we had Tommy Hilfiger towels, we had Tommy Hilfiger puff coats, we was a little Tommy Hilfiger down ourselves. And so he was like, as for this household, we won't be supporting any more Tommy Hilfiger. We politely donated all that stuff to Goodwill. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of where the cream of the crop is coming from and a real life example that I can remember that relates to my feelings on Target. Okay. So follow me, come with me now. Right. So now we're here at present day. So Target, the Friday before Black History Month begins, like the injury to insult was so injurious. I just was like, the Friday before Black History Month, bro? They decide that they're going to change their stance on DEI. And they made it very public. Now, mind you, Target and a whole host of other companies, and you can go research who those companies are, and you can decide for yourselves. Because some people will say, well, Nat, you're still going to Walmart, you're still going to Chick-fil-A, you're still going to XYZ. So I'm going to explain that more on why I'm going so hard on Target. So yeah, the Friday, I keep going to Black Friday. The Friday, I don't know what these little, I don't even wear glasses. I don't know why I have these little marks on my nose. The Friday before Black History Month begins, Target decides that they are going to roll back on these DEI efforts. And I'm like, huh? Target? I hear the news and I'm like, Target? My Target. The Target I go to weekly, multiple times a week. With the big red circle and the bullseye in the middle, with bullseye dog and the two big circles outside the store. That Target? So they decided they're going to roll back on all this DI. Now, this is Friday. Black History Month starts Sunday. And if you know anything about Target, which you do because y'all my people on this channel, you know that Target hosts Black new businesses in their stores for Black History Month. They are premiering them, they are celebrating them, and they have them as a Black History installation in the store for Black History Month. And this happened on the Friday before Black History Month. So immediately I was like, dang, you just ruined these people's sales. Because the way I took the news, I know all the Black girls took the news. You doing what? Huh? Now, mind you, the Black women that I'm talking about are the same 97% that are still upset about Compla. I just want to be clear on who I am talking about, because this is not all Black people, okay? And I don't want to crucify anyone who's still going to Target, because that's not what this is about. I'm just giving you my perspective as to why I'm not going to Target, or how I feel about it, and how I was raised, and why my feelings are as strong as they are. That's what I wanted to make very clear, because you have to remember, Target is a grocery store for many, okay? Target is a resource for many. And for moms specifically, it cuts out all that traveling here, there, and everywhere. Because I will be honest with you, since not going to Target, it has taken more effort to get the things that I need, because I have to go to multiple places. So keep that in mind. Okay, follow me. Continue to follow me. And so, what was the original point, y'all? Because the mom brain, I'm all over the place. I don't know why I'm even using this. And so, that Friday, when they gave that news, I was like, oh, y'all about to get ate up. And they got ate up all over the internet, all over social media. It was everywhere. My best friend sent it to me. I was sending it all over the place. I was talking to my mom about it. My mom does not care about Target. She's not a Target girl. But she knows how much I love Target and depend on Target for, it's like a one-stop shop for the family, okay? So you're talking groceries, you're talking clothes, you're talking kids' clothes, cute kids' clothes, at an affordable amount. I want to make that very clear. You could get a kid's t-shirt $4.50. So that means you're getting a kid's outfit for $9, which is the price of what kids' clothes should be. I just want to make that very clear. Target also had the program with Cat and Jack where you could buy your clothes from this specific Target brand, Cat and Jack. When you were finished with them, or if they got ripped or torn or soiled, you could take them back with your receipt, and they would give you the value in a gift card or cash back of the money that you spent on said clothes. Clothes, shoes, accessories, anything that was Cat Jack brand. It was like a recycle program. Okay, so I just want to make sure, just in case anyone is not was not a big Target fan, I want you to understand why Target was what it was to me and so many other women. And I'm just gonna really harp on this mom thing, because it really is quite helpful. You can take your kids into Target with you, and you're just getting the one-stop shop. You don't have to be going here, there, and everywhere. So they decided to roll out this news on the Friday. Everybody ate them up on the internet. By Sunday, did they have the same marketing rollout for Black History Month like nothing just happened? Now, mind you, the DEI rollback affects all diversity and inclusive groups, okay? So that means women, LGBTQ, all diverse people, all minorities, okay? So gender, sexual orientation, race, disabilities, all of it, okay? It's not just for Black people like to say and like to think. DEI we're not even the number one group that DEI serves. So If we can just be clear on that. Okay. So with all that happening, the comment section for Target was just one for the books, if I could be honest. It was one for the books. It wasn't really that it was funny. It just was humorous that you thought you were going to cancel all the diverse groups on Friday, and then on Sunday have Black people back you up because now you got a few more Black businesses in your store, when you just said that basically after this year we're not doing this no more. Y'all get your little fun out of this last one because it's the last time we doing this. It's basically what you said. So they got ate up in the comments, and I felt really personally bad for those businesses because truthfully, in 1,100%, billion%, if I'm being honest, I wanted to be one of those businesses in Target. I wanted Millennial Mommyin to be in Target. It was a perfect retailer, perfect demographic, mothers, shopping 24/7 in-store and online. Perfect locations, like geographically, they're all over the place, right? So you got demographics, you got geographics. Price point, perfect and aligned with what was already in the store. And then unique, right? Like my stuff, there's nothing else in the store like it, but it also seamlessly blends with what Target's already sells, if that makes sense. So I was hurt, y'all. I'm more in Target. I'm still kind of more in Target because I love Target and I always love Target. It's like an X that you can't never get out your head. Now, I don't have any of those X's because they all up out of my head. But that's another story for another day. But I'm just saying, it's like someone that you loved and you'll always love them. That's what I want to say. So yeah, so that happened. And I don't know. I was just like, where is the PR team? Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Where's PR? Where are you, bro? Like, what are you doing? Because there was no Captain Savo. Captain Savo never came. Nobody did anything to come support, to come uplift, to come resonate with, to come secure, like to make their customers feel secured that we stand by you. This is what we mean by this. I feel like they could have retained more of the clientele that decided to stop shopping there if they would have done that. They were never going to retain me because once you've given your standpoint, after you've done so much to, so basically it's like being very fake. That's how I feel because you have done so much to show how inclusive and supportive you are of all of these minority groups. And then for you to bounce back on that, that just don't make sense to me. Whereas you got a Walmart who's always had the stance that they've had. To me, I can live alongside you because you're giving me who you are. We don't have to agree. This is not about agreeing with concepts, ideas, thoughts. We don't have to agree. But I respect you more that you give me your stance. We can have a conversation. We can have a discussion, even a debate. But you give me your stance, and I respect that because I'm going to give you mine. But when you tiptoeing in and out, like, oh, I'm going to play like this in front of them, but behind closed doors, we don't really got their back. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So that's why I felt like Target, you got it to do. Target, you got it to do, and I'm gone. I'm gone and I'm not coming back. And I don't feel bad about it. And my pocket appreciates it because the way I was going in Target, this is another thing. The way I was going into Target and spending, it was egregious. It was unhealthy probably. And everyone around me was doing the same thing. You went in there to get diapers and wipes, and I've come out with 4 future collective outfits. I done bought the kids 5 new pairs of shoes just because they was $8.50, just because. You know, we don't need them. So it was just like an accumulation builder, okay? And so we didn't need that. We didn't need that in our lives. So that had to get up out of there too. But all in all, I want to know what you guys feel, how you guys feel about this Target debacle. Because, you know, I know many Black people who feel differently. And they're actually quite surprised that I can say that I no longer go to Target, but I go to Walmart. And I gave you my reason for why I will go to Walmart. Because also it's another one-stop shop. similar to Target. Walmart is really coming up too, I got to say. It doesn't have the same effect of like make you go in there and just buy a whole bunch of stuff. I still feel like I can go into Walmart and have self-control because it's more like household goods. I'm not really going in there to buy clothes because Walmart started as a grocery store and like, home furnishings. It didn't, the clothes aspect came much later. So for me, I can buy like the kids stuff in Walmart, but I'm not going in there to buy myself clothes. I might buy a shirt here or there. Like they have a line called Scoop that has really cute stuff, but I'm not going in there to buy clothes. I may pick something up while I'm in there, but I'm not going in there for that purpose, if that makes sense. So where have I gone since Target is no longer on my list? I've just diversified, right? So as far as clothes is concerned, Old Navy, Gap, and these are places I was already shopping. I'm talking about the kids. Old Navy, Gap, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, big time. Those four, big time. Walmart, and Millennial Mommyin, So it's like become more of a chance for me to support my own brand, for me to really dive deep in that and really allocate my funds elsewhere. Y'all know that I'm not working my corporate job, so I didn't really need to be up in Target spending all that money anyway. So look the Lord. Blessing and moving in 2025. Anyway, thank you for doing my face with me. I'm just about done. I need to fix these eyebrows up just a bit. I need to go check on the kids because they've been quiet now for about 10 minutes while I film this video, which I appreciate. And I want to know your thoughts on this, guys, because this is like a super hot take, I feel like. And it's a continuous story because Target filing bankrupt means that they're about to go to some extreme levels. Something extreme is about to happen. I just love blush these days. I don't know if that's too much, but I just think that that's so pretty. I just think that's so pretty. I want to know you guys' thoughts. I want to know you guys' ideas. I want to know what you guys think about the whole Target situation. Have you been back? There's no shame here. Again, I want to make that very clear. I'm not messing with you because you mess with Target still. I want to make that very clear. Y'all my people, and I want to know what y'all think because I just think it's ridiculous that we are still going through these type of things and people are so big and bold about not being supportive of one another, regardless of what minority group it is. And I just really want to make it very clear that we are not the largest minority. We just really aren't. And I'm very tired of everybody defaulting minority to Black people. Okay? We're not a minority. There's billions of us on this planet. We're not a minority. We're not. Okay? You got billions of people on this earth just like we do. It might be more of you than us, but we're still not a minority. Ain't nothing minor about us, period. I think we can end on there before I go into another tangent and maybe get myself in trouble on this here platform. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to me yap about Target and their financial situation. I don't wish any downfall on any business, on any person. I'm not necessarily adding them to my prayer list. I'm not there in my faith journey. Lord, you're still working on me. But I don't wish them any harm, okay? Because also, too, like Target filing for bankruptcy affects so many people. That was the one thing I didn't talk about. Fun fact before we end this video. Target, if you don't get anything else from this video, get this. Black people spend $12 million a day in Target. A day. Target is the second largest employer of Black people outside of the government in the United States. Based on those two facts alone, you can't cancel us. You canceled us and now you're in this predicament. It is what it is. Anyway, love you guys. Let this be your reminder again as you go into your week. There is a you behind all that mommying. Do something for yourself. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it.